Good afternoon, parents, families, friends, and esteemed guests of the 2015 St. James High School graduation class. In order to make this a memorable occasion for all, and in particular for the graduates and their parents, we request that everyone please turn off cell phones, refrain from yelling, clapping, using noisemakers, or exiting the stands during the ceremony. Please rise for our administration, guests, and faculty. Would you please join me now in welcoming the St. James High School administration, guests, and faculty. Leading the procession is Mr. Van Pennell, Principal of St. James High School, Dr. Rick Maxey, Acting Superintendent, our Assistant Administrators, and St. James High School Teacher of the Year, Paul Hudacko. Our esteemed guests include board members, Horry County School District representatives, attendance area principals, and our School Improvement Council. Next is the faculty of St. James High School. Graduates are our presenters. Please welcome the 2015 valedictorian, Sarah Ellen Floyd, the 2015 salutatorian, Haley Storm Elliott, honor graduate, Danielle Jonjake, student body president, Alyssa Koziarski, and Senior Class President, Megan Munn. Our presenters are followed by honor graduates, which include our summa cum laude graduates, magna cum laude graduates, and cum laude graduates. Congratulations to our honor graduates. Graduates is our class of 2015 in alphabetical order.
Please remain standing for the presentation of colors and the singing of our national anthem by the senior choir members.
Forward, march, left, 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 right, 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 left, 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 right, 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 left. More time. March. Forward, halt. Easy. On.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Forward, march, left, 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 right, 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 left, 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 right, 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 left, left.
Please be seated. We would like to thank the junior marshals who represent the class of 2016. They are participating in our graduation ceremony by ushering in our seniors and assisting us in various ways. Marshals are the 20 students who have the highest averages in their junior class. Congratulations, junior marshals. Good afternoon, guests and fellow students. My name is Megan Munt, and I am the senior class president. Class of 2015, what can I possibly say? In 4 great years, this group of awkward teenagers flourished into one of the most unique and inspiring classes that St. James High School has ever seen. Our accomplishments have been like no other. What other senior class can say that they were the 2-time homecoming float champions, multiple winners of the Spirit Stick, and their slide had a usable slide on it? Not only that, but our seniors filled the stands at each and every sporting event, screaming chants like "I believe that we will win," dressed in some of the craziest costumes ever imagined. Though Ellen never came to our school, and we weren't fortunate enough to win every sporting event, that isn't what defines us. No other person is able to say that they were part of the St. James High School class of 2015. As Walt Disney once said, "Keep moving forward, opening new doors and doing new things. Your curiosity will lead you down the path of success." I love you all, and I can't wait to see what you accomplish. Go change the world.
Good afternoon. My name is Alyssa Koziarski, and I'm the student body president of St. James High School. We are gathered here to celebrate a landmark occasion in the lives of the St. James High School graduates. I extend my thanks to those who are with us on this occasion, the many faculty and staff present, families and friends of our graduating students, and our special guests. Please allow me to recognize our esteemed guests: Dr. Rick Maxey, Janice Moriel, Sherry Todd, John Gardner, Mary Anderson, Dr. Dwight Boykin, Samantha Coy, Beth Sealander, Norman McQueen, Robin Jones, Christy Arnett, Rodney Brown, Terry Larkin, Sally Young, Jennifer Bailiff, and Kathy Healy. Now, as we all start this brand new chapter of our life and close the previous one full of high school football games, hard work, determination, tears, joy, heartbreak, frustration with AP exams, and many homecoming float and spirit stick victories, I often comfort myself knowing that we are the authors of our own book of life, and it is finally time to start writing our own journey. This is the time to take our individual talents and unique personalities and use them to make a lasting impression on this ever-evolving world. Be fearless in the pursuit of what sets your soul on fire. Embrace yourself for who you are and share it with the world because today you are you. That is truer than true. There is no one alive who is more youer than you. I couldn't imagine what life would be like without growing up with the class of 2015, and I couldn't be more proud to have grown up with such intelligent, fun-loving, and an especially humorous group of people. And I know I will be beaming with pride as I read about the next few presidents, doctors that cured cancer, and the innovators who created the iPhone 27 and hovercrafts, all of whom will be from the class of 2015. I encourage you all to remember this very last thing from the wise words of Ronald Reagan. Live simply, love generously, speak kindly, and leave the rest to God. Thank you, and may God bless you all in the many years to come.
Good afternoon, family and friends, distinguished guests, teachers, faculty, and staff, and of course, the class of 2015. Wow, we made it. We have survived 12 years of school. Do you know that we have spent over 1,000 hours in school our senior year alone? That's almost as much time as some of you have spent watching Grey's Anatomy and Breaking Bad on Netflix. Just kidding. I exaggerate, parents, a little. But we really should be proud of ourselves. We have been through so many long school days, grueling tests, and countless hours of homework. But we are finally here, about to get our diplomas and move on to the next stage of our lives. As we look back on the past 4 years, we see how much we have changed, how much we have learned, and what friendships we have made along the way. However, as we look to the future, what we see is uncertain. The people we once knew are distant, and we have to act like adults and do grown-up things like pay for our insurance and buy toilet paper. Still, the future is exciting as new adventures and experiences await us. One thing I think we all want in our future is to be successful. What is success exactly? Well, I looked it up on Google, and the first definition for success that comes up is the accomplishment of an aim or purpose. The next definition listed is the attainment of popularity or profit. Is that really all success is, Google? Being popular or wealthy? I'd like to think that success is more than that. Success is more than just reaching your goals. It is finding satisfaction and happiness in the accomplishments you are making. Of course, the meaning of success varies for every individual. However, I've done some research and compiled a list of ingredients that when combined produce a life of success, no matter what career choice or dream you may have. I bring forth to you 5 of these components today. The first ingredient is working hard. Now this one may seem pretty obvious, but it's definitely easier said than done. You may be the most talented or the most intelligent person in the world, but if you can't get yourself out of bed to use those talents or brains, then they mean absolutely nothing. And getting out of bed is just the beginning. You have to be driven and willing to sacrifice. Success doesn't just happen overnight, you have to earn it. Often, how hard you work will go unnoticed, but in the end, the struggle will be worth the reward. The second ingredient is passion. Now, I don't think our class will have a problem with this one. We are, after all, the most spirited class St. James has ever seen. We have been so involved and enthusiastic this year, always proud to be a St. James Shark. Let us carry that passion we have had this year with us for the rest of our lives. Be spirited about everything you do, and your chance of being successful will be much greater. The third component is positivity. One sad truth is that failure is a part of life. You are not always going to succeed on the first or second or maybe even 100th try. I mean, just look at LeBron James. He didn't win his first championship ring until after his hairline started disappearing. Having a negative mindset will definitely not motivate you to try again like LeBron did and is still doing this week. Have a positive attitude and see an opportunity in every difficulty. Also, don't let the negativity of others stop you from being successful. Remember that whoever is trying to bring you down is already below you. Surround yourself with uplifting people, and you will find that success is much easier to obtain. The fourth is pushing yourself. You can always improve, and you can always be better than you are today. Remember that there are no limits on what you can achieve. You might surprise yourself. Who knows? You might even change the world. As Mr. Pinnell has always reminded us, never settle. Have the courage to go after what you want, take risks, and don't be afraid to fail. The final ingredient is serving others. Albert Einstein once said that only a life lived for others is a life worthwhile. What we do for ourselves will die with us, but what we do for others will have a lasting impact. I've come to find that success isn't just defined by what you accomplish, it's defined by what you inspire others to do. So don't be afraid to give a helping hand when it is needed. The most successful people are the ones that make a difference in the world by selflessly working to make a difference in the lives of people around them. I leave you now with these 5 elements of success, and I hope to one day hear about all the extraordinary things this class is doing with their lives. Thank you so much for a great 4 years. As we go our separate ways, I wish you all the best. In the words of Henry David Thoreau, go confidently in the direction of your dreams and live the life you have imagined. And please, never forget all the memories you've made and the lessons you've learned from these past 4 years. They are something you can cherish forever. Congratulations, class of 2015. We made it.
Thank you, Danielle. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, I ask you to please help me congratulate Ms. Haley Storm Elliott as our salutatorian for the class of 2015. Congratulations. Your turn.
Hello, class of 2015. Most of the graduation speeches I've listened to and read in preparation for today spout some nonsense about how all of our lives will be touched with gold and roses and nothing but happiness as we achieve every single one of our goals flawlessly. But I'm not going to tell you that. That's just not how life works. Life is full of hardships, challenges, and low moments that sometimes make us want to crawl under a rock and just disappear forever. But aren't those challenges the very things that drive us towards the happiness we all want so much? After speaking to several of my fellow students over the past few weeks, it has become clear that my classmates are some of the most knowledgeable, compassionate, ambitious, and incredibly talented people I have ever had the pleasure to know. Though I am certain that none of our high school experiences have been identical, I'm sure if we all sat down and compared notes, we'd find that most of us have at least a few things in common. For instance, that 4 a.m. moment when you realize, oh crap, that science project I got 2 weeks ago is due today, isn't it? And you promise yourself you'll stop procrastinating, even though you know there's a 100% chance of the exact same thing happening in 2 months. Or even when your phone decides to go off in the middle of calculus, the morning you decided it would be a good idea to change your ringtone to the chorus of Wicked Games. Over the past 4 years, I have learned multiple lessons that I will carry with me for years to come. But by far,
The best piece of advice I can give you is this: don't take anyone's crap. If there's something you believe in, stand up for it. Fight for your beliefs. Do not be afraid to go against the status quo and shatter societal expectations as you venture into the world. You want to be a doctor? Do it. A human rights lawyer? Do it. A tattoo artist in downtown New York? Do it. A volunteer in Syria? Do it. The only way someone can strip you of your passion is if you give them the power to do so. Your life is just that, your life. You don't have to do anything textbook-worthy to make your education meaningful. If you can make even a single person smile in your lifetime, then you can consider your life one well-lived. Some people will tell you that high school is the best 4 years of your life. Others will argue college is. The truth is, there is no one set of best years in a person's life. Each phase of life is unique and wonderful for different reasons. So, Sharks, as we walk out these doors today, graduates of the class of 2015, I challenge you. Go out into the world prepared to shape the next chapter of your life into something amazing, something filled with passion and a never-ending curiosity for learning, something absolutely, beautifully yours. As Mahatma Gandhi once said, "Look at the sparrows. They do not know what they will do in the next moment. Let us literally live from moment to moment. And let's make the rest of our moments spectacular." Congratulations, class of 2015.
Thank you, Haley. Now, ladies and gentlemen, would you please help me congratulate this afternoon Miss Sarah Ellen Floyd as our valedictorian for the class of 2015. Congratulations, girl. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away. You have brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know. And you are the guy who will decide where to go. This was an excerpt from a modern classic and one of my favorite books, Oh, the Places You'll Go, by the one and only Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss required only 56 pages of sparse text and colorful illustrations to communicate one of the most powerful messages of our time. There are two important lessons I cherish from the heart of the story. The first is about personal responsibility, and the second, less explicit lesson is also about gratitude. As we prepare to graduate in just a few short minutes, we are also preparing ourselves to meet the rising expectations of our peers, parents, and even society as a whole. And as we lace up the shoes we are expected to fill, we must take responsibility for our accomplishments as well as our failures. Dr. Seuss's first manuscript was rejected almost 30 times before the final version was accepted by his publishing company. His perseverance and eventual success is the epitome of responsibility to self and commitment in the face of defeat. While discovering a niche and sense of purpose, I hope we follow the example of such a great man by striking the balance between our independence and our responsibilities. This brings me to the second lesson of gratitude. We have brains in our head and feet in our shoes because of the kind people who have chosen to invest their time and energy in us. So while we have the freedom to do whatever we wish, it's crucial that we do not forget the responsibility we share and the debt we owe to those who have helped to lead us to this point. Our parents, grandparents, mentors, and teachers have all shaped us into the people we are today. As we enter the ranks of society, I hope that we can all be grateful for the influence of others and the value of their wisdom. Fellow graduates, today is our day, and we're finally off to great places after 4 years of dedication and hard work. Congratulations!
Ladies and gentlemen, now entering our stage, appearing one of our seniors, Ms. West.
Good morning, good afternoon, I'm sorry. Faculty, parents, guests, and of course, the class of 2015. I stand before you representing the parents. My name is Salone West, and I'm a proud parent of Nicholas West. As parents, we are all proud of our children for making it to this stage in their lives without us losing our hair and sanity. We want nothing more than to scream and shout and to start dancing up and down these aisles because our children are graduating. Excuse me. But as we know, this is a dignified and respectful thing that's about to happen for our children. We want everyone to hear our child's name being called so that every parent knows that their child is graduating. So we want to be respectful of the class of 2015. We have waited for 18 years for our children to graduate, and we would like to have them be respected during this time. Let us make this the best class ever, and please respect the students as each name is being called. Again, I represent the parents of 2015, and congratulations to all of our seniors.
We will now begin with the presentation of diplomas. Sarah Ellen Floyd, valedictorian, summa cum laude, South Carolina Academic Achievement Honors Award, Horry County Schools Honors Diploma. Haley Storm Elliott, salutatorian, summa cum laude, South Carolina Academic Achievement Honors Award, Horry County Schools Honors Diploma. Danielle Joanne John Jacquet, special speaker, summa cum laude, South Carolina Academic Achievement Honors Award, Horry County Schools Honors Diploma. Alyssa Nicole Koziarski, cum laude. Megan Elizabeth Munn, magna cum laude. Michael Gasper Alessi, cum laude. Jacqueline Marie Altman, summa cum laude, Horry County Schools Honors Diploma. Ashley Jordan Anderson, cum laude. Tania Nicole Astudillo, magna cum laude. Jason Patrick Barnes, cum laude, Horry County Schools Honors Diploma. Kayla Ann Bassanis, cum laude. Peyton Brianna Baumgartner, cum laude. Austin Harvey Bellinger, cum laude, Horry County Schools Honors Diploma. Hannah Nicole Benton, cum laude. Storm Leighton Berber Oglu, cum laude. Haley Brooke Berry, cum laude. Alyssa Nicole Bowie Macy, magna cum laude. Leah Nicole Boyd, cum laude. Shelley Haywood Brandon, magna cum laude, Horry County Schools Honors Diploma. Bailey Williams Brown, cum laude. Halston Cynthia Brown, cum laude. Madeline Taylor Brown, magna cum laude, Horry County Schools Honors Diploma. Kelly Marie Bunce, cum laude. Bethany Hope Burnett, summa cum laude, Horry County Schools Honors Diploma. Brianna Kakasi, magna cum laude, Horry County Schools Honors Diploma. Brittany Michelle Canone, cum laude. Jessica Beth Carlton, cum laude. Julia Stewart Carricker, cum laude, Horry County Schools Honors Diploma. Caitlin Ray Carroll, summa cum laude, Horry County Schools Honors Diploma. Anna Elizabeth Cavan, cum laude. Caroline Codillo, cum laude. Nicole Lorraine Cottingham, cum laude. Kalila Salma Corbin, magna cum laude, Horry County Schools Honors Diploma. Walter Allen Crum III, magna cum laude. Jacqueline K. Cundiff, cum laude. Caitlin Michelle Dallas, cum laude. Brianna Lee Dew, magna cum laude, Horry County Schools Honors Diploma. Kelsey Ryan DiGregorio, cum laude. Stephanie Carol Eliason, magna cum laude, South Carolina Academic Achievement Honors Award, Horry County Schools Honors Diploma. Natalie Caroline Fagan, magna cum laude. Hannah Elise Ficklin, magna cum laude. Tristan Seth Fields, cum laude. Lauren Ray Frick, cum laude. Caitlin Ann Funderburk, magna cum laude, Horry County Schools Honors Diploma. Israel Gustavo Gavilanes, magna cum laude. Anya G. Gadella, cum laude. Hannah Jane Gilbert, cum laude. Haley Brooke Glover, cum laude. Austin Hayes Goodyear, cum laude. Krista Parker Green, cum laude. Celeste Gross, cum laude, Horry County Schools Honors Diploma. Richard Michael Hawley, cum laude. Savannah Taylor Healy, cum laude. Matthew Jordan Holdaway, cum laude. Andrew Park Howard, cum laude. Devin Lee Hunter, cum laude. Ryan Joseph Heyer, cum laude. Christopher Scott Imes, cum laude. Rebecca Lincassi Israel, cum laude. Aubrey Ann Johnson, cum laude. Joshua Landon Johnson, cum laude. Alexander Svatoslav Kosko, cum laude, Horry County Schools Honors Diploma. Bimal Priyat, Kaur, cum laude. Sierra Amber Kuiper, magna cum laude, Horry County Schools Honors Diploma. Brianna May Knight, magna cum laude, Horry County Schools Honors Diploma. Hunter Douglas Knight, cum laude. Brandon Lee Kolsar, cum laude. Jody Ashlyn Langley, cum laude. Jonathan Edward Milton Lawley, cum laude. Dylan Thomas LeDuc, magna cum laude, Horry County Schools Honors Diploma. Vincent Joseph Lordo, magna cum laude. Kevin Michael Luongo, magna cum laude. Morgan Noel Marlowe, cum laude. Drake Robert Martin, magna cum laude, Horry County Schools Honors Diploma. Elizabeth Angela Mazantenta, cum laude. Christopher Oak McGraw, magna cum laude, South Carolina Academic Achievement Honors Award. Sophia Connor Maservi, cum laude. Emily Page Moore, summa cum laude, Horry County Schools Honors Diploma. Robert Allen Morey, cum laude. Lindsay Nicole Morgan, magna cum laude. Natalie Catherine Myers, summa cum laude, South Carolina Academic Achievement Honors Award, Horry County Schools Honors Diploma. Cassandra Ariana Newman, magna cum laude, Horry County Schools Honors Diploma. Virginia Lee Novak, cum laude. Hannah Aurora Ortiz, cum laude. Charlotte McMillan Owens, cum laude, Horry County Schools Honors Diploma. Nicholas Jet Paradise, cum laude. Damian John Powell, cum laude. Brianna Amber Ray, magna cum laude. Victoria Ann Riley Lomedico, cum laude. Julia Grace Robinson, cum laude. Corey Brian Rothenberger, magna cum laude. Marissa Denise Sirocco, magna cum laude, Horry County Schools Honors Diploma. Renee Elizabeth Sebentelli, magna cum laude. Courtney Taylor Settle, cum laude. Christopher Ray Sharon, cum laude, Horry County Schools Honors Diploma. James Mark Sinkway IV, magna cum laude, Horry County Schools Honors Diploma. Emily Grace Smith, cum laude, Horry County Schools Honors Diploma. Trace Robert Smith, magna cum laude. Michaela Patrice Stamey, magna cum laude. Natalie Nicole Stanton, magna cum laude. Alexis Ann Terrell, cum laude. Logan Ann Thompson, cum laude. Olivia Marguerite Townsend, magna cum laude, Horry County Schools Honors Diploma. Austin Grant Trin, cum laude. Shay Mackenzie Vaughn, cum laude. Jordan Lee Walker, cum laude, Horry County Schools Honors Diploma. Callie Elizabeth Walton, cum laude. Cody Bryant Webster, cum laude. Virginia Rose White, cum laude. Antoinette Mabel Wise, cum laude. Caitlin Danielle Yeomans, summa cum laude, Horry County Schools Honors Diploma. Xiao Ying Mia Yu, summa cum laude, Horry County Schools Honors Diploma. Jacob Philip Ziegler, cum laude. Keaton Ross Zimmer, cum laude. Baylor Hyde Abbott. Brandon Dean Adams. Caden Memory Adams. Kayla Janice Alston. Kenny Amuston. Alfonso Jr. Andres Diego. Felipe Andres Diego. Carmen Imara Arias. Malik William Arthur. Christopher Thomas Atkinson. Donald Patrick Bayada. Alexis Mala Baker. Kaylin David Ballard. Isaiah Matthew Barbie. Brendan Matthew Barnett. Summer Lee Berry. Haley Brianna Bittinger. Jordan Christopher Bloomfield. Carl Joseph Bowles. Dominic Joseph Bonarigo. Jessica Drew Bradwell. Madison Noel Bridges. Alexandra Jane Marie Brown. Dominic Victor Bolione. Kimberly J.P. Francis Burgess. Hannah Grace Burns. Warren Macon Campbell. Samantha Marie Canone. Brian Kirk Carroll Jr. Shay Ijamai Carter. Christopher Ryan Chanette. Ryan Christopher Chanette. Miles Stephen Clubb. Michael Hunter Cook. Carlos Xavier Cordero. Lucas Wagner Costa. Matthew Milton Costa. Chandler Norman Cruz. Audrey Claire Dame. Mitchell Seth Dean. Stephen Matthew Dybel. Nicholas Michael Del Bianco. Daniel Waden De Los Santos. Tiaja Quashe DeWitt. Gavin Christopher Durden. Matthew Belmont Early. Mackenzie Taylor Estes. Hunter Joseph Montgomery Fogarty. Thomas Wayne Fowler. Jordan Taylor Freeman. Terry Glenn Fuller III. Rebecca Danielle Funderburk. Elizabeth Ashley Galliart. Marissa Nicole Gerald. Dylan Franklin Giles. Tyler John Giles. Robert Michael Gilhooly. Jackie Rose Goodrich. Christian Bradley Gore. Quadarius Trayvon Great. Ashik Dajaor Green. Jordan Elizabeth Green. Savannah Marie Wahardo. Reagan Allen Hansford. Christopher Owen Bradford Hargrove. Ryan Joseph Harris. William Morgan Hazelden. Elizabeth Grace Hastings. Thomas Gregory Healy. Destiny Taylor Hoff. Joshua Jamal Huggins. Mark Samuel Hyman. Walisha Devonna Johnson. Shane Joseph Juretic. Matthew Scott Kenyon. Caleb Taylor Killen. Cannon Hunter Kynes. Nathan Tyler King. Ryan Thomas Coleman. Joshua Allen Large. Michaela Noel Large. Janelle Christiana Lautenbach. John William Long III. Taylor Leanne Lowry. Robert Michael Maher. Michaela J. McAndrew. Rachel Lauren McCall. Christina Melchiori. Bradley Vincent Mehorter. Mitchell Matthew Moncado. Brian Mora. Michael Alexander Maraish. Christopher Jack Morrison. Gabrielle Michelle Morris. Jacob Alexander Morris. Garrett Lee Mullis. Hunter Dale Mullis. Alexander James Monday. Tyra Shantika Myers. Sydney Lauren Knepp. Trevor Javier Nerdal. Chase Alexander Newman. Frank Kobe Newell. Haley Cassandra Nitz. Anthony David O'Black. Boone Eric Overman. Thomas Michael Parker. Kayla Storm Patton. Karen Lee Peavy. Jessica Catherine Pfeiffer. Malia Nicole Penninger. Kennedy Meyer Permenter. Donovan Trayvon Phillips. Brandon Matthew Puglisi. Austin Ray Rector. Haley Amber Regal. Logan Shay Richards. Christopher Reed Richardson. Michael Jamal Richardson. Alexis Michelle Ridgway. Lauren Riley Rogers. Skylar Noble Rogers. Chancery Desiree Rojas. Tabitha Marie Ross. Blake Philip Michael Ryan. Cherish Lynn Sabers. Nicholas Ryan Sanderson. Aaron Ian Sanford. Montana Lynn Sanford. Hannah Grace Shook. Remington James Scott. Jacob Andrew Seifert. Cohen Bay Self. Zane Edward Shaw. Alexander Joseph Sisborough. Glenn Joshua Skinner. Edward Emmanuel Smalls. Alexandra Morgan Smith. Richard Stephen Smith. Kendall Aaron South. Gavin Michael Starnes. Hannah Nicole Stevens. Ashlyn Marie Stillions. Ada Shea Stubbard. Taylor Lane Suggs. Logan Patrick Soom. Chelsea Lee Suttles. Ashton Atkinson Taylor. Tessa Leanne Taylor. Brett Lyndon Terry. Tam Tatang. Calvin Bradley Thomas. Charlotte Lynn Thompson. Brianne Jean Thompson. Catherine Amanda Todd. Cody Thomas Toomer. Cameron Alexander Townsend. Rebecca Michelle Travis. Dana Rose Marie Vos. Colby Allen Ward. Ronald Brady Weaver. Nicholas Malik West. Ambriana Nicole Whited. Stuart Anthony Whitman II. Joseph Parker Wineset. Tasha Rain Woodard. Lauren Taylor Woodson. Grace Morgan Young.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause for one of the most exciting, energetic classes I've ever had, to the class of 2015. One more time for the class of 2015. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. On behalf of the faculty and staff of St. James High School, I want to welcome you once again to this special occasion. We have truly been blessed by great weather and a great venue. There's not another place in this place that we could think of to have it. Thank you to the Palace for having us once again. But more importantly, as I look at this group of kids, we want to thank you for the class of 2015. Without you, we wouldn't be here. So once again, now, Mom and Dad, just listen, please. What happened here was just special. It was special to this group of people. It was super special to me. And you guys did a phenomenal job by the request of them not applauding to the end. Because when they come across, we have some special moments, we have some special things going on. By you doing what this class represented and asked you to do, what a great way to send them out there. So the class of 2015, give your mom and dad a round of applause for that. Once again, I'd like to thank all our special guests that have been previously mentioned and attending today's ceremony, especially Dr. Rick Maxey. Thank you for being here. And our two board members, Janice Moriel and Sherry Todd. Thank you for being here this afternoon. And a special thank you to our St. James High School choir for a tremendous rendition of our national anthem, and to our color guard and award-winning junior ROTC. Congratulations to them. Without two people, this would not have happened. I want to thank the lady who charged our marshals, Miss Beth Sherritt. Give her a round of applause, please. And then the lady who's standing in the back at the sound booth, the lady we call the Queen of Graduation. Give it up for Miss Beth Cox. And now to the class of 2015. Give me just a few moments. Here's all I ask. Pretend like no one's here except me and you. Pretend like the first day you came in, we had our little small sessions. We promised each other a couple things. One was the golden rule. When you spoke, we would listen. And hopefully we've done that for you. Also, we told you to remember the precious memories. And if you remember, I told you don't blink. Because this senior year, I told you what would happen. Homecoming, Christmas, prom, Easter, and now today. And many of you say it's the fastest time you ever had. So today, this quick message I'm going to give you, I hope you take away one thing from it, because it is what drives me today. Here's the story I want to tell you. I want to share with you the journey of a 91-year-old man through the eyes of his 59-year-old son. Imagine this. After I got my diploma, 3 or 4 days later in the back of the yard on the picnic table, picture this for me. Jet black hair, he had, a striped shirt, plaid pants, long pull-up black socks, and sandals. That's the way he looked. With a glass of tea and puffing on a non-filtered Lucky Strike. Now, some of you World War II vets that are about my age, you remember those Lucky Strikes. This is a story that's going to be pretty short, I hope, and it drives me today. He said, he looked at me and he turned around. You're fixing to enter a stage of your life that you're going to introduce to two wolves. And your mother and I cannot help you, class of 2015. The first wolf is dark, cold, callous, depressed, and evil. The other wolf you're going to entertain as you walk out these doors is one that's bright, warm, full of life, good, and brings hope every day. He looked at me, he said, which one wins? 17, I was pondering the question. He turned around and snapped at me. He says, it's the one you feed. Class of 2015, it's the one you feed, because if you continue to feed the good or the bad, that will become friends in a pack that all join together for the same reasons. The pack is your friends. Then he turned and he said, remember this till you die. Show me your friends, and I'll show you your future. I looked at him, he said, remember it. My dad was a World War II vet, Marshford Patton. He said, I mean what I say. Show me your future, show me your friends, and I'll show you your future. Then he snapped at me and he said, when evil and good try to compromise, who wins that battle? And before I could even blink, he said, evil always wins. He said, if you're feeding the wrong wolf, you're feeding cancer that will bite you and eat you from the inside out. Because Mom and Dad, I hope you agree with this statement. My dad told me, life owes you, the class of 2015, absolutely nothing. They don't care if you're white, black, purple, green, tall, small, fat, or skinny. Life does not care what it brings to you. But when you walk out these doors, all you have now, because your high school career is almost over, is memories. Now, you must find a way to separate yourself, because when you walk out, everybody's better than you. At least that's what they think. So here's what that man told me. To separate yourself, he said, I've never seen a man drown from sweat. That means you got to go to work. He says, when you get knocked down, look at the person or who or what knocked you down and say, look, I'm getting up and I'm not going away. That's called perseverance. He said, if you're on time, you're late. That's nothing but a good habit. Then he turned around, I'll never forget this one. Hard work beats talent every time when talent doesn't work hard. Use your talents and be humble. Now you got your diploma. What does it mean? I looked at my dad, I said, I guess I got a piece of paper. He said, you're right. And that's all it's going to carry you. Now from the time you walk out, here's the three things you must have. Is a transcript and a resume. Because let me tell you, look at me. All it is a piece of paper. But that is what you take to your college and to your job. And it doesn't, when you do it by email, they don't know if you're red, white, blue, green, male, or female. Okay? That is the only two things that would get you in the door. But here's what I remember him saying. What's the most important of everything I told you is your reputation. Because when you walk through the door, your reputation precedes itself. He said, Van Pennell, they will know what wolf that you've been feeding. Now, let me jump ahead. He's 91. The same man that sat down with me about 40 years ago, he looked at me the other day, and here's what he said. I've often wondered what I could get by without. He said, I know I can get by without hearing because I can't hear now. He knows I can get by without taste because I lost my taste. He knows I can get away without my knees and feet because I barely walk. But he says, I often thought about if I couldn't speak, but I can make it. And even if I couldn't see, I can make it through. Here's what he's afraid of. In the blink of the eye, when you started your freshman year, now the blink your seniors. My dad was 40-some then, now he's 91 with the blink of the eye. And here's what he said. I'm afraid one day I'm going to wake up and I can't remember one thing. No memories of high school, whatever it may be. And he says, that's all you've got. But he said, I'm afraid I'm going to wake up and the only memories I may have is the ones I regret because I fed the wrong wolf. And I can't take those regrets back because it's like a tube of toothpaste. It's like you young guys. Once you open your mouth, you say something, you don't mean any harm by it, a tube of toothpaste, you can't squeeze it back in. Because he said, I just can't regret. I got regrets I feel bad about. And I looked up and I said, Dad, I kind of feel bad. He said, no, you missed the message. All those things I can do without except one thing. He says it's right here. Because this is where all the memories are at. I can do without everything except my heart. The 90-year-old one man looked at me, he said, because that's your inner soul, son. He says it's your conscience. It's the whisper that's telling you which wolf to feed. And you got to make a decision which one you're going to feed, because when you walk out of here, all you got is your transcript and your resume and your reputation. You remember your reputation precedes itself. And finally closing up, he turned around and he walked away. He looked at me the other day and said, don't blink. Because the best memories you're ever going to have is the ones you blink and you miss. I dropped my head. He turned around. He said, why you dropped your head? I said, Dad, I just hate the thought of missing the memories of my mom. I think they're going to pop up here in a second. And my dad. And my hot wife. Okay? And she's here, so I hope I get home tonight. The birth of my 2 sons, that's them. The birth of my one and only grandson and their family up there. Because that's all I got. And I look at myself at 59 and said, if I fed the right wolf for them, those are the ones I got to prove. But he said, you know something? During those times that you blink, some of the best things happen. So let me share this last story right here quickly. I mentioned last year about the death of my mom 3 years ago. And I mentioned that I wish my mom was there, because all she wished for is to watch my son get married and the birth of my grandson. She never saw it. But my wife assured me that my mother, who looks like Betty White, and she's got to match everything, your mother would be in that room when that boy's born. And I kind of took it. So listen, here's what happened. When you blink and things happen, you feed the right wolf. On the way, the boy's born, on the way home at 4:30 in the morning, I looked at my watch. I said, what time you got, Kathy? She said, 4 o'clock. I went, it's 9 after 1 on my watch. I just replaced the battery. That's my watch. Somebody stopped that watch. But here's the end of the story that I didn't tell last year because I didn't know this. 4 months later, after I told last year's graduating class, we were in Charleston eating dinner with my son, his wife, and my grandson. And my wife was telling my son about the story I told at graduation. And they looked at each other, kind of weird, turned away. I went, what was that all about? She said, nah, Dad, you're kind of too sentimental. You're going to make too much of it. I said, what are you talking about? He said, it's the watch. And I said, what do you mean? That's my son's watch. We've never worn those watches again. They both stopped at the same time. And we didn't know that. You tell me which wolf was there. My mom looked at me, and she's always said this, and I've shared with 20-some graduating classes. This is what you feed the wolf. You be nice, you be humble, you give back to people, and you forgive. That last one's tough for adults to do. So listen to a woman who died 83 years ago to 89 years of age. Life is very simple. Just be nice to each other. Be humble, give back, and forgive. To the class of 2015, you have fed us. You've made us better teachers. You made us better administrators. We love each and every one from the bottom of our heart. But most of all, you have made us better people. Better people. You keep us young, and we're truly indebted, and I personally love each and every one of you. Now, you talk about memories? Hold on, Mom and Dad. Let me jump to this hoop real quick, and I'll be out of here. These are memories that came back from about 4 years over, and I've asked these people to help me. So let me start. How many of you guys went to Disney World? Watch here. I got on that bus with Haley Berry and Savannah Healy. All right? I sat about 3 rows from them, and I figured out about an hour. I figured out why their mom and dad sent them on that trip. They are the loudest 2 girls I've ever been around. I had some NyQuil just to knock me out. I took a swallow, and they kept on screaming and hollering back and forth. I took another. I said, Dolphy, give me the bottle. I just sucked the whole bottle down. I couldn't even go to sleep. I said, go to the back of the bus. He said, the boys are back. I don't care. Go. Before I knew it, the boys had come into me. We can't take it. You know? So Haley and Savannah, you guys did a great job. Here's a good one. This past year, we were having a senior meeting. There's a car parked in the wrong place. It didn't have a parking pass. And all of a sudden, we called the young man out and said, we're fixing to tow your vehicle. Mr. P, it's not my vehicle. Whose is it? He told just like that. Jordan Freeman. Jordan Freeman found out that we hooked her car up and was being towed. You should have saw. Now, Jordan stays in the halls all the time anyway. You know, I'm amazing she even graduated today. Okay? But Jordan comes sprinting down the hall. She got to the cafeteria window. She started banging, please don't take my car. Don't take my car. She was just on her knees. And you should have been there to see it. But Jordan did a great job. Now, this one you won't believe. We were at Georgetown football game, and they know what I'm going to say. I'm against the fence along with Paula Lee. She says, they are not doing that. We just scored, and all of a sudden, I see 5 guys running around the track with a sharp flag, running toward the Georgetown stands. And I said, oh, God. And I was scared because I see all those stands empty on 5 guys, and they're my size. Then all of a sudden, I heard them chanting something over in Georgetown, and I couldn't understand it. So they come around, and I was hot. And I said, Kobe Ward, Josh Large, come here with me. They stood beside me. I said, what are they chanting? They said, we don't know. And they kept chanting, you can't spell, you can't spell. They didn't even have the flags in the right order when they went around there. S-H-A-K-R-S. Now, I'm not through. The other day, I said, Kobe, come here a minute. Who's with you guys? And here's what Kobe said. Well, how many of it was us? And I said, Kobe, S-H-A. Watch here, he said, K-R-S. I went, man, we can't win on that. All right, the next one real quick. Just got a couple more to throw at you real quickly. Sometimes Kelly Bunce had the audacity to call me out. Watch here. We're at a pep rally. She called me out, didn't have any idea why, and so here I go, blindfolded. It was ice cold. I said, okay, Kelly, you got the thing to do that. So I said, you know the old saying, revenge is best when it's served cold? Watch here. We're at another pep rally, and the faculty were in the tug of war. So I get to throw the pie in anybody I choose. So it was an easy choice for me to call Kelly out. And this did my heart good. Kelly, I can watch this 15 times. Here we go. Bam! And I'm not through. Watch here. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Mr. Mahaffey. Oh, I love that. Now, something happened to water about 18 years ago. These twins stand up. And if I left somebody out, please forgive me, Mom and Dad. Lucas and Matthew Costas, thank you. Please stand. Joshua, Michaela Large, Philippe Afonso, Andreas Diego, Dylan and Tyler Giles. How can you miss these 2 guys? Garrett and Hunter Mullis. Hey, we got 5 sets of twins, but I'm not through. You guys sit down. There are 2 that match with 2 different moms, and they're twins. How does that happen? Show the picture there, Mr. Mahaffey. Tristan Fields and Bob Morey. Look, it's all about the hair, man. I can't tell them apart. And then there's 2 more, and it's amazing how. And you say, how can these be twins? Watch here. Brad Muhorter, stand up and face the crowd. And Jamal Richardson, stand up and face the crowd. Now look, I think I'm pretty smart, and I don't see them 2 being twins. But guys, stand up, face the crowd, and watch this, ladies and gentlemen. Smile to the crowd. Look at their picture. I call both of them Smiley as they go through the hall. Super young people. Now, follow this one, and this is the funniest of them all. Julia Carricker. She is a worker in the office. If you think I'm lying on this one, I'm flying. I walked through the office one day. Mr. Dolphy has her over next to the aquarium. And I'm telling the truth. He has a hoop in the water. And I walk over and I said, what's going on? And I kind of listen. He says, now, Julia, every day you got to feed the fish and they got to be exercised. And I said, what? So I ease on over and listen. I said, what? Now, Julia, you got to feed them, they get exercise. When you put the hoop down, you got to let them jump. They're goldfish, y'all. They're goldfish. Jump through the hoop. So I walk off. I didn't think nothing about it. I come back the next day. Guess where Carriker's at? She's by the aquarium by herself going, jump. She's chasing the fish. Jump. I said, what are you doing? Mr. Dolphy told me to feed them and exercise the fish in here. So once again, how these people got here. And then last but not least, let me throw to you. If I had to take a vote of the people behind me and say who's one of them, we got a bunch of them, but who would you vote as You Are the Man Award? And I mean this with all sincerity. We are so proud of this young man. So proud. Would Glenn Skinner please stand up and give him a round of applause? Glenn, you are the man, buddy, and we all love you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we talk about feeding the wolves. They fed us. Behind me, I'd like to introduce now the best, the most awesomest group of people that I've ever been around. These people care. They spend more time with your child than you do, especially when they play in athletics, extracurricular activities. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's time, and I hope you represent and give them a standing ovation because, first of all, I'd like to represent to my left, Miss Tammy Moreland, one of our assistant principals, absolutely phenomenal. To her left, Natasha Best. And you notice an empty seat. Mr. Darren Dolphy's not with us. If you keep in your thoughts and prayers, his sister of 42 passed away this past week. And actually, I called him last night. I was going to put the phone up here for him to talk to you. But you know, Mr. Dolphy, he didn't want to take away from a classy event. So I want to thank those two. And behind me is a staff that cares. So ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to present to you, and I hope you respond in the way that I feel about them, the staff, faculty and staff that love those kids from St. James High School. Stand up. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll ask our staff now to proceed down the hallways, please, if you would. Ladies and gentlemen, you want to know what's happening. There's a tradition at St. James High School where our faculty and staff will fill the aisles, and when our graduates walk out, they give them a high five to wish them the good luck. I wish that I thought of this myself many years ago. But it's a tradition we take care of. So while they're going class of 2015, let me just close with this. To the class of 2015, I wish for you what you wish for yourself. You're a special group of kids. You're the most excited group I have ever had. And that energy just brings life to me. And I get opportunity now just to tell you that I love you and I care for you if we can help in any way. But you're super. And repeat after me. Once a shark. And sharks only swim in one direction, Mom and Dad, and that's forward. Don't make me cry about over it. So let them get down there. Mom and Dad will send them your way. Now you got them. Smalls? Mrs. Small's not small, Mom and Dad. You get the marshals down here. I hope you can tell Mom and Dad how much these teachers mean to them as they go by and call them by names and call them, they're very special to them. The emotional part in me comes out when you really love your kids, and we love them here. So with the class of 2015, please rise. By the power invested in me by the state of South Carolina and the Horry County Board of Education, the three, you may think this is weird, but the three most important words in NASCAR, ladies and gentlemen, turn your tassels. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the class of 2015, now graduates of St. James High School. Please give them a standing ovation.